So while we're waiting, please get a hold of Jeffrey if you're interested. My public service announcement.
Alderman Boyd,
Yes.
did we call each other and coordinate with Orange today?
You look good in orange.
The Alderman from the 21st always tells me I never wear colors.
Oh, there you go. All right, I'm calling this meeting back to order. Just kind of give everybody a reminder of where we left off. We suspended our last meeting, so this is a continuation of the last full board meeting that we were in. At a couple notable things aside from just the agenda items that we adopted, a couple things is we moved to reconsider Board Bill 61 floor substitute as amended, the Alderman from the 16th. And we moved that back to the regular perfection calendar. So that's on the regular perfection calendar. Board Bill number 2, we moved to the informal calendar. And that's the main things of note that where we left everything off at. So we're going to miscellaneous unfinished business, Alderman from the 22nd.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, members of the board. Mr. President, I'd like to take Board Bill 2 committee substitute as amended off the informal calendar and have it third read.
All right, please proceed, Alderman.
Mr. President, members of the board, I move to third read and finally pass Board Bill number 2 committee substitute as amended.
Second. Alderman from the 22nd, seconded by the Alderwoman from the 19th and Alderman from the 9th. Any discussion? It's been moved and seconded that we third read and final pass Board Bill number 2 committee substitute as amended. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Tyus.
Point of order.
Please. Did I miss someone?
Yeah.
Oh, Alderwoman, I'm sorry. I didn't see the hand pop up. She was just doing this.
No,
okay.
It's up. Put my hand up.
Oh, okay. No, it was up. I needed to scroll my screen up. It was at the very top. That was on me. Alderwoman from the first, please.
I just want to say I'm glad we're moving this forward. I'm kind of a little disappointed that a lot of the first ward is not in this bill, but I intend for us to be included. I hope anybody didn't leave us out on purpose, but I am going to vote for this bill. And I still have some questions. I watched the Board of E&A. I have some questions, but I'm going to vote for this bill. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Alderman from the 23rd. Yes, Alderman first, let me put my hand up. Anyway, just more of a point of personal preference. I just want to say thanks for working for us at E&A. That I truly believe that the majority of all of us worked hard on making this what we believe to be the best bill possible. And I know you took a lot of heat from people saying this was something that it was about you, when your job is defending us as a whole board. You represent us on E&A. So as a part of personal preference, I wanted to tell you thank you for fighting for us at E&A. And I do support this bill. All right, thank you, Alderman. Thank you all. Other one from the 19th.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of the board. This is very brief and it's so sincere. I just wanted to thank all of our colleagues for the hard work that was put into this bill. It is a bill that I saw evolve to what I consider to be the greatest effort put forward since I've been there in 14 years to make sure that the entire city, and we all learned a lot from each other in those 12 hours. And I think we're prepared to move forward in a different way. And I think that all I can say is just thank you to everyone, and most especially thank you, because again, you did take a lot of heat to support our vote, because it was our vote that moved that bill forward. A collective, unified board of aldermen that did the right thing on behalf of the citizens of the city of St. Louis. And it cannot get any better than that. And everybody needs to take a hand for that And I'm sure as you move forward in your careers, this will be a moment that everyone will have on your resume for being a part of something that was truly, truly remarkable for this city. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderman from the 22nd.
Thank you, Mr. President. I did see the hand of the Alderman from the 8th. I don't know if she decided she didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, they took it.
Okay.
Yeah, she took it down.
Mr. President, I also want to thank you as well for the awesome job you did representing the Board of Aldermen at ENA. I want to thank all my colleagues for the hard work and support on this bill. I know the process may not have been the greatest. I definitely want to make sure moving forward that it's even more inclusive of the Board of Aldermen and how we participate, because one thing that I have learned over the past 18 years of being alderman, nobody knows their ward's needs better than the aldermen that represent those particular wards. And so the voice of each alderman is paramount important to me on how we continue to move forward. We have $500 million that we're going to spend over the next couple of years, and we certainly want to do it as right as possible. So again, I just want to thank everybody. I will be sending out some emails asking people for input soon. I may even schedule a hearing before we come back in September, because I want to make sure we do it better than we did this first time. Although I don't think we did it wrong, but I think we can always do legislation better. So again, I want to thank all my colleagues. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the comptroller. I think this is an opportunity for everybody, to hold their hand up saying, we did this, and do a victory lap collectively, because that's what it's all about. It's about a win-win for our constituents. And so again, I just want to thank everybody for their hard work.
All right, thank you. Alderwoman from the 8th.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. It is good to see you all again today. I'm excited to pass out this immediate direct aid that our citizens have been asking for, and the amount of money in here that is going to directly help people and their families as they're struggling, as we had the threat of the eviction, or the end of the eviction moratorium that thankfully was stayed for a little bit, but we have time to get that money out to the people who need it. We have mobile vaccination clinics. We've got all sorts of incredible direct cash relief that is getting out, and I'm thrilled about that, and thrilled to watch the the $500 cash payments get out. So just want to thank everybody for that work. I was a bit frustrated on our last meeting. I know it was 10 hours long, but there were some other amendments that we were really hoping to discuss in front of the full board. And that, I think it was a missed opportunity to have that discussion as full board members about where we really came together on some of those things, and maybe where we still continue to differ. I also remain concerned about the Treasury and the possibility of provoking an audit or a clawback. We do have incredible infrastructure money coming down with the Senate passing the infrastructure bill and the Build Back Better grants. I think there's a lot of money coming down the pike that is going to be going specifically for economic development. I'm thrilled about all of those things. I think the city of St. Louis and our citizens have a real promise on the horizon. If we use this money correctly, we get this money to the people to use correctly. And so I remain concerned. I think the points raised in the last ENA meeting have given me significant pause about each element of this bill. And I worry a little bit about the precedent that we're setting if we've been told no, but we're going ahead. So I think, like I said, I'm excited to see more development money coming down the pike, and hopefully we can use that in a way to address the concerns of long neglected, intentionally neglected neighborhoods in our city. So thank you all so much for all of your dedicated work, for everyone who was able to be on for those 12 hours. it really shows how much we all deeply care about the city and our residents. So I'm looking forward to hopefully having maybe less hours of debate on the next rounds of bills as we come forward. But it's all good work, and it is really important as we're talking about a transformative amount of money for the city of St. Louis. So thank you all so much.
Alderman from the 15th.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I'll keep it brief. I think we belabored a lot of our points in our marathon meeting a couple of weeks ago. I'm excited for a lot of the pieces of this bill. I'm really excited for the $500 direct relief payments. I know a lot of folks in our city are. They're counting on these getting to folks who are really hurting right now. They're counting on this rental and mortgage money getting out. We're very thankful that the eviction moratorium was extended because we know just the number of evictions that have been pre-filed or filed in court already is pretty concerning. And we do need the time and the infrastructure to build up our housing services, our homeless services. And so I think this is a really great start in building that resiliency into our systems. The Delta variant, as we all know, is gaining traction throughout our city. Our numbers are rising quickly, and we still have not hit the 70% vaccination rates that we need to hit. And this is a really great, I think, building of infrastructure, public health infrastructure, in order to get those shots in arms. And I really hope that after this meeting, each and every one of us is going out there using our platforms as elected officials to help, decrease vaccine hesitancy, make sure that we're getting those shots in arms, making sure folks know where all of these vaccine events are, so that we can get those numbers up and hopefully get the handle on this Delta variant before it continues to increase. I did listen to the ENA meeting last week. I do have some concerns based upon the testimony of Jim Brown. I do think he brings a lot of expertise, having served under 7 different mayors, and I do have concerns about an audit or having to pay back funds in the future if these funds are not appropriated correctly. And so I think, we really, have to rely on the mayor's office to do the right thing and make sure that these funds are used in a way that are in line with Treasury guidelines, and that we follow Treasury guidelines, and recognize that in the future we do have, it looks like, some transportation money or infrastructure money that's going to be coming down that can help build some of these development infrastructure in the process. So I think there's never a perfect bill that comes through the board. This isn't a perfect bill. There's some great things in it. There's some things that give me pause in it. But all in all, we are getting some direct relief payments to folks. We are getting some shots in arms. We are getting some funds to community violence prevention, all things that are very important into our community. And so I'm excited for those investments coming down the pipeline pretty quickly.
Alderman from the 7th.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I'm glad that people have put their disagreements aside and that we're going to stop playing politics and finally pass this direct aid and board bill 2. Anyone who's been downtown and seen some of the encampments, knows the kind of crisis we're facing and the relief that's desperately needed for our unhoused and for others. So I'm glad we're doing this. There's obviously still a lot of money that needs to be appropriated in this first tranche that we've received from Treasury. And it's my hope that through this process, Room 200 and the mayor's office has realized, we've got to be part of this process. I'm all for all the public engagement in the world, set up citizen committees, take their input, but you've got to include the board. You've got to include board members in your spending plans, because frankly, at the end of the day, it's got to come through this body and it's got to be appropriated by us. And I think a lot of this could be avoided with some better communication and including board members in what the administration's goals are and comparing those to what we would like to accomplish as a body and blend those together, which I think we've done here, but it was messy. I'm hoping going down the road, we don't take quite this long to appropriate funds and can work together and get this money out to help people. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Alderman from the 23rd. Yes, just real very quickly, talking about shots in arms. If you have someone that is homebound, if you call the health department, I went through this with the fire chief, Dennis Jenkerson, they will go to homebound people's home and give them their shot in their house. So if you have someone homebound, you call the health department and they have the fire department, the EMS or the paramedics go out and they're actually doing shots for homebound. So, I was unaware of it. Someone asked me if they can get a shot in their house. I called the fire chief and he said, yes, it's the process.
All right, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Alderman. Alderwoman from the 17th.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of the board. I just wanted to say and acknowledge to all of us as older people. I think you work really hard and work really well trying to get this bill passed. And I'm glad that, we're gonna be able to give direct relief to individuals and other items in terms of just COVID and helping people. And at the same time, I know that we haven't been in agreement in some things, but overall, we have made this work. So I just wanted to make that as a note.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Thank you. That's the perfect note to end on. It's been moved by the Alderman from 22nd, seconded by the Alderman from the 19th and Alderman from the 9th that we third read and final pass Board Bill number 2, committee substitute as amended. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderwoman Tyus.
Aye.
Alderwoman Middlebrook.
Aye.
Alderman Bosley.
Aye.
Thank you. Alderwoman Evans. I got you. Thank you, sir. Alderwoman Evans. Alderman Page.
Aye.
Alderwoman Ingracia.
Present.
Alderman Coder.
Aye.
Alderwoman Rice.
Pass.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Alderwoman.
Pass.
Thank you. Alderman Gunther.
Aye.
Alderman Vollmer.
Aye.
Alderwoman Martin. Alderman Stevens.
Aye.
Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard. Alderwoman Green.
Present.
Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Peel.
Pass.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Alderwoman.
Yes.
Alderman Todd.
Aye.
Alderwoman Davis.
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer.
Aye.
Alderman Collins Muhammad.
Aye.
Alderman Boyd.
Aye.
Alderman Vaccaro.
Aye.
Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderman Cone.
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd.
Aye.
Alderwoman Navarro. President Reed.
Aye.
Alderwoman Evans. Alderwoman Rice.
Present.
Alderwoman Martin.
Aye.
Alderwoman Howard. Alderman Oldenburg. Alderwoman Peel.
President.
21 aye votes and 4 voted present.
By vote, you stay in the motion. Alderman from the 22nd and third read and finally passed. Board Bill number 2, committee substitute as amended. Congratulations, everyone. I just want to thank everyone for getting this bill done. You know, as usual, especially when you're dealing with large funding bills, there are politics that swirl around it. And I'm so appreciative of the Board of Aldermen for being able to set that stuff aside and come together for a good cause. Also, we'll tell you under, I think it's section 3.8, there are 5 funding pools that ARPA funds can come under. Take a look at lost revenue section, because the particular section that's been up for debate is under lost revenue. And I will send out to everyone the National Association of Counties what they say about the use of lost revenue. So again, thank you to everyone. I am just appreciative that everybody here came together for a good cause. We're going to get money out to places that need it all across town. And we are going to address some of the issues of the unhoused, rental assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, and all those things. But thank you so much again for getting that done. All other business being submitted, President Sell an open session of fix his signature here too, to the end that these may become law. Even though we've done announcements, I'm going to still allow some announcements. But before we do that, we have I'd like everyone to join me in a moment of silence for the loss of a couple friends. You know, John Watson Jr., who does the opening prayer for us nearly every Friday. His mother, missionary Addie Watson, she was 84. She passed away just recently. I had an opportunity to go to the house and sit with her before her passing. And I don't know if, you know, if some of you who have been here for a while, if you remember when she came and opened up our meetings, and just a powerful, powerful, soulful, spiritual voice. And she is just amazing. She came and sang when John Watson retired, and we gave him a resolution for his retirement. We will be sending the resolution around, and I would love it if we can get all the aldermen to join in on that resolution for John and his family. We are just gonna really, really miss her. Janice's father, John McCain, passed suddenly also while we were out on break. So please join me in a moment of silence for them too. Alderwoman from the 26th, you had something else to add to that? Okay. Is there anyone else that we should add to that, to those two? All right. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you all for that. Any further announcements? Alderman from the 26th.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President, members of the board, my colleagues. I just wanted to take opportunity to send some love, light, hugs, prayers out to mothers of students that are going back to school within the next couple of weeks before we will be in. I'm a mother of 5, and you know my children or in St. Louis Public Schools. So I took opportunity to welcome the teachers back in the building on on Monday, but the students go back on the 23rd. So for all of you that have St. Louis Public Schools in your district, in your wards, and if you have the opportunity, go by, of course, social distancing, wave, say hi, let the children know that we welcome them back, that we support them, and the teachers and the staffs as well. You know, our district is dealing with some challenges, but I know I'm preaching to the choir when I say we support them. So shout out to all the back to school things going on, and the big one that's coming up next Saturday with the Urban League in St. Louis Public Schools as well.
All right, thank you. Alderman from the 23rd.
Yes, just to go back over this Friday at 10 o'clock. If you're interested, we're going to go on a tour of both CJC and the workhouse, or the annex, whatever you want to call it. One of the things we're going to look at is the locks. Let Alderman Boyd know if you want to be on that, so we can turn the names in. If you have questions of how long it's going to take for locks, or questions about what's going on, please give them the questions so that they're going to try to answer them for us. I know there's a lot more to it, they've explained to me, than just changing the locks. It's about, at a minimum, they're saying 18 months. They have to change door frames. There's a lot. So anybody that would want to go on that, would you please let Alderman Boyd know your name before Friday, so we can let Mr. Carson know who all's coming. We're gonna go at 10 o'clock. We're gonna meet there at 10 and go in at 10. So 10 this Friday. So please just give Alderman Boyd your information if you'd like to go.
All right, thank you. Alderman from 26, your hand is still up. Alderman from 26, your hand is still up. Okay, all right, excellent. I just received the note. Madam Clerk, please place Board Bill number 61 on the perfection informal calendar at the request of sponsor.
So noted.
All right. Alderman from the 10th, you recognize on the motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I move that we adjourn. I believe it's a day in September. I have to look at my notes.
September 10th.
September 10th. Thank you very much at 10 a.m.
It's been moved by the Alderman from the 10th, seconded by the Alderman from the 22nd, that we adjourn until September 10th. It's a non-debatable motion, Alderman.
I just want to move the date back a week since we didn't get our full week up. We need to be September the 17th. I bet you if we have a roll call, everybody will agree. Okay, we need to move that date to the 17th.
Alderman from the 10th, would you like to amend your motion to make it the 17th? September 17th. I'm sure the staff would not have a problem with that. You're muted, Alderman. You're muted.
Do we need to remove the second?
Yeah, just, yes, Alderman from the 22nd.
I withdraw my second.
Yep.
Thank you, Alderman, for the 22nd. Mr. President, members of the board, I'd like to renew my motion to adjourn to September 17th at 10:01 a.m. How's that? Give you an extra minute.
No, 10 a.m. It's been moved by Alderman from the 10th, second by Alderman from the 22nd. And we adjourn until September 17th. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No opposed. All right, thank you all. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, see y'all later.